Yeah, hi Shiva. So we'll just wait for some more time, like 2, 3 more minutes, and then we'll start. So that you can further also join.
Sure, Krishna.
Yeah, hi team. So I think we can go and start the session. Meantime, if others are available, they can join the session. So let me share my screen. Yeah. So today what we'll do, right? We'll see the new topic and the last topic what we have. So till now, right, what we have seen that okay, what are the different types? Like yesterday we have seen that VVCs, right? So let me just go and log in into another same instance again. So in the Oracle integration, right, three things will be there. Oracle integration is the one which we have seen. Yesterday we have seen the visual builder. If we have to do any extension, right? If we have to do new development, new screens development, right? So we can go and do with the help of visual builder. So same way, right? We have one more pillar as a PCS, process cloud service. So suppose if you have to create some workflow, approval kind of things, right? In that one, we need some human intervention and all, right? So that we can go and implement with the help of PCS. Again, we'll see the introduction of that only. That okay, what is the PCS or process cloud service? So for that one, right? If so, that can be a part of integrated solution within the OIC, right? It can be, or it can come as a standalone also. So suppose if it was a part of a integrated, right? What will happen? Like how we have the visual builder, same way here one more tab will get as a process. But in this instance, right, it is not as integrated. We have the standalone. So for that one, right, we have a different URL. Let me just go and do. So this is a URL what we have for the PCS. Yeah. So if you see, this is the PCS URL what we have. So let me just go and log in to this one.
Am I audible?
What?
So, am I audible? Question, can you hear me?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah. So, do we have any kind of notes for these things, or for whatever you thought? Any notes are there? Handy
Uh,
notes.
no, normally we don't have notes and all because
Mm-hmm.
like all these things, right? Every 3 months, these things can be upgraded. So if you
Okay.
need anything, right? So I will say that, okay, you should refer the official documentation which we got from the product development team because that would be the
Okay.
latest and greatest.
Okay.
So it's better to go with that documentation because if something change, right? So
Mm.
the old things will not work. So always refer the official documentation what we have.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Correct? Anything else?
No.
Okay.
That's
So this is the what another we have, right? So if you see it, it is the same URL kind of thing. So CloudShine PCS training instance, right? So this is our training instance what we have PCS. So suppose if this was part of this one only, right? So same thing here PCS will come, process will come, and once you click into that one, right? What will happen, right? This page will come. So this is what we have the PCS or process instance what we used to call, right? So in this one, right, we can go and create our process application. So what is the process application, right? So from high level, if you want it, like simple example, right? So normally, right, suppose if you apply for any leave, right? What will happen, right? The leave, like the one form will be there, you will go and apply for the leave, right? And what will happen, right? It will go to your manager, right? And what your manager can do, right? Manager can go and reject or he can approve. Once he approve, then it should go to the next manager, right? HR manager, it should go, right? Then they can also approve or reject. Once they approve, right, then only your leave will be approved, right? So that kind of thing approvals we need, right? Or like suppose we have the expense, right? So companies used to say, right, that okay, you can claim this one, right? Then once we submit that one, what will happen, right? It will go to the manager, right? So he can go and approve, right? So if whatever the amount you have entered, if that is within the limit, right, he will approve. If suppose that is out of the limit, right, he will reject. Then what will happen, right? You will go and update again. Then he will approve again. Then maybe it can go to the finance department. So they will credit that amount into your bank account, right? So that is kind of that approvals, right? Workflow, right? We need. So if you see, right, in this one, we like you will start that task, right? And what will happen? It will go to the manager or HR manager. It can go anything, right? Any to anyone based on your information, right? Then it will go. Then what will happen, right? From there, right? We can go and make any changes, right? So like that one, right? If any that kind of workflow will be need, right? Where we need human intervention, where we have to wait for some approvals and all, right? So that we can go and implement with the help of PCS application or process cloud application. Correct? So in this one, right, like we'll go and try to create some simple application. So if you see in this one, two things will be there, application and workspace. So application is the place where we will go and develop our application, and workspace, if you click right, it will open another link. So workspace is a place where we will go and do the testing. So we can come, whatever the request will come, right? So those requests will come here, and then we can go and approve or reject from here, right? So that is what we have. So what we do, right? We can come here. So whatever the applications got created, right? So all those applications, it will go and show here that, okay, what all applications we have created. So we can come here, we can go and create a new application. So create. Then if you see right here, what all things we do, right? We can create a application, create decision application. So both are the application only. Import, right? So import will be there for the migration. If you wanted to migrate from this environment to another environment, so for that one, then we have create application from recipe. So like in the OIC, in the initial I told, right, some predefined applications will be there, right? Same way, here also some predefined recipes are there. If I will click into this one, right, what will happen, right? Here predefined applications are there. If you see, request leave for absence, request leave for absence, right? So these are them. Then credit line, update driver license, expense report approval. So these things are the predefined what we have. So if you wanted to go and use, right, we can go and use as it is. Or if you wanted to change, right, we can go and change. So for example, right, we can go and create one from this only. So I will create this one expense one. We can say create. So if you see, right, expense report got created, right? Then I can go to the process and I will show that, okay, how the flow will be there, right? So again, it is kind of a flow chart only here also. So if you see right here, this is that workflow what we have. If you see right, we have started. So we will submit the expense report. Then here what it will do, right? It will go and take the decision. Then based on the outcome, right? Either it will be auto approve or it will be manual approve, right? So if it is auto approve, right, what will happen? It will create the expense into the ERP cloud. If it is a manual approve, right, then who will approve, right? If you see, the request is going to the line manager, right? So line manager can approve or reject. So what will happen, right? Outcome will come. So here, so this is like the outcome, right? If else condition. Then if it is approved, then it will go and create into the system. If he rejected, right, what will happen? It will come back to the resubmission, right? It means we have to resubmit again. Once we resubmit, right, then what will happen, right? It will come back again here, and then same process will start. Correct? So that is what we have here, right? So it means like this is the flow what we can go and create. So same way, right? In our case, right, what we do, we can create one form here, and it will go to the manager. Manager can approve and reject. If he reject, it will come back. If he approves, then it will go and do the next activity, like that one, right? So it is completely up to us. So in this one, right, if you see, only two levels of approvals are there. We can go and create one more level of approval here. So for example, right, after line manager, right, it should go to the HR manager. So once it is approved here, right, this approved, right, so we wanted to send to the next level, right? So instead of sending to the create expense, right, we could have sent to the next level of approval. So like this one, right, we can go and create. So in this one also, right, too many things will be there. So we will not go in detail here because this is again only for the OIC we are doing. So if you need that in detail PCS training also, right, you can just reach out to me. We can plan that one. So we can come back again here and we'll try to create our application. So if we have to create a new application, right, what we do, we can come here, create, and we can say create a new application. Then here we can go and give the name. So I can say B21 underscore leave approval, right? We can come and we can go and click into create. So what will happen, right? Our application got created. So if you see, right, this is our application which got created. We can come inside this one. So as of now, if you see, everything is zero, right? Nothing got created, right? There is nothing as of now, right? It is a blank application. So first of all, right, what we need to create, right? We will go and create the rules, right? Like what are the shareholders we have, right? Stakeholders. So we can come and we can create two rules. So first we can say employee, right? We can create employee and create role. Then we can go and create one more role. So we can click into add and it will come role, and we can say one more role we wanted to create. This we can say manager and create. Correct. Now what will happen, right? Roles we have created, right? Now what we need to do, right? We need to go and assign who will become the owner of this one, right? So we can say who will become. So we can come here user and we can select. So if you see whatever the accounts we have, right? So all the users will come into this one. Correct. So the one which we have, right, we are using is like CloudShine OIC account, right? This one OIC badge. So we can go and use this one. So that okay, this will be the user, right? Who will manage all. So we can give this, yeah, manage it. So we are giving this access. Correct. Now what we do, right? We can come back and for the employee also, right? We can go and assign. So here also we don't have any user as of now. So we can give this also same. So in this one, right, we just have one account. So we are giving this one only. If we have multiple account, right, so what will happen, right? So manager accounts will be different, right? So we can go and create manager accounts different and these accounts different. We can go and create. So what we have done, right? We have created roles that okay, two types of roles will be there and who will become the part of that one, right? So that is what we have defined here. Now what we'll do, right? We'll come into our application and we will go and create a here process. And before to that one, right, we can come to the UI and we can go and create our UI, right? So what will be the UI, right? So UI we need to create that okay, which will be like the employee will submit that form, right? So we can come to the web form and we can create here. So we can give the name as leave form, right? So this will become our form. So this we can create now also, or we can go and create later also. So we can create now only leave form. So if you see that our leave form got created, we can come back here. And if you see right here, so like how in the VBC that we can go and use the component, right? So same way here also, we can go and use the components only. No need to write any code and all, right? So this is what we have, right? So what we need first, so we need the input text, so we can drag and drop here directly. So I will put, so I will put side by side. Then maybe I need the date. So I can select the date. I will need one more date. So I can give the names for this one first of all. So we can click here. So properties will come. Then what we can do, right? This we can give the name. So we can say employee name. So under space will not be allowed. So employee name will be there. Then label, right? So label we need employee name. So if you said here, the label came, right? Employee name. Then we can come to the second one. So here we can say employee email. I can copy the same thing. We can go and use here. We can give the space employee email. So this came, right? So employee. Then we are applying for the sixth leg, right? So leave, right? So from date and to date we can give right here. So we can write from date, right? And then to date, right? From when to when we are applying. So this we can say to date. We can write to date, right? So this is what we are done, right? Now what we do, right? We can give the sig type also, right? So we can give one more input here. In this, what we do, right? We can say leave type. Right? So we can give here what is the type of leave we are putting, so that we can go and put here. Then suppose if we need to put any comments and all, right, so we can go and use more thing here. So what we do, right, we can use the text area for the bigger box. And in this one, right, what we do, right, we can say comments. So comments. So this is our UI code completed, right? If you wanted to make into this one, right, anything, right, we can go and make anything. Minimum length, maximum pattern required, whatever we need to make, right? So all those things we can go and do here. So if you said how the our page will look like, right? So we have designed this page, right? But how it will look like, right? So what we do, we can click into the preview. Then this is how our form will look like. So on the small device, this will look like this one. On medium device, it will look like this one. Large device, extra large device, right? So we can go and see, able to see here, right? That okay, how the whole flow is going to look like here. Correct? So, and if you see it, I am not creating any buttons and all, right? Why? Because those buttons, right? Submit, reject buttons, right? So those things will come automatically. We just need to define the form only, that okay, what is the form it will have. Correct? So that is what we have here. Now what we do, right? Our form also got completed. Now we can come and we can use this one for the, now we need to create a process. The flow diagram will create. So what we do, right? We can come into this process and we will go and create our process here. So we can say create. We can give the name leave process and we can say create. So leave process what created. So if you see that all these things, right, will be kind of a dependent here, right? So leave process is the main thing or the main starting point where all those things will happen. And rest all things, right, are kind of a supporting objects for this one. So if I will come to the leave process, right? So here we will go and design our screen or our flow. So if you see by default, start event and end event will come. So first of all, what we do, right, we can come here and we can define the rules, right? So if you said line is there, right, it means like whatever we'll define, right, into this one, right? So that is the responsibility of that particular role. Once it will define here, so that will be the responsibility of the next role. So we can say first employee will start it. So whatever the roles we have created, it, so that will come from here. So if you see, we have defined two roles, but two roles only are coming here. So we can see employee, right? Then what we'll do, right? We can come to the next one. If you wanted to give some other color to the background, so you can give here. So background color came here, right? That okay, in this flow, the background color is this one. Then what will be our next one, right? Next one is our manager. If you see manager came here. So for manager, also if you wanted to give some other color, right? We can give the other color. Maybe red we can give. Okay. So now, like it's kind of a differentiation for you. So if you wanted to give color, it's completely up to you. So we are doing, right? Now what we'll do, right? We'll do the start event, right? And end event. So now when we start, right, what will happen, right? We wanted to start with the form, right? So if you see, right, if I will come into this one, we can come here and we can, if you see open UI, right, we don't have. So this is a start event what we have. So what are the different types of event we have, right? So from this one, we can go and see here. So for human, we have two things of submit and approve. For system, what we have, right? So these are the things what we have for the submit. Then events, start form, start, right? So all those things we have. Then gateway, right? So all those things, whatever the components we can go and use, right? So each and everything will be available here. So we can come here. So this is our form start, right? We can come. So we can say open properties. So this is our start event, right? So here we can go and map that our UI. So whatever the form which we have created, right? So if you see that form will come here. So we can go and attach that lead form here, correct? And what is the title we can say? We can say apply for leave, right? So this is the user display things we have given, right? Then we are saying this will be the start of the event. So we can say employee leave apply leave form. So this is the name what will come, right? So what it is, right? It is a leave form. Employee will apply, right? So that is what we have. Then who can run? So in this role, whoever will have, right? So they can go and apply this one. Then we can say leave form, and we can go and select our UI again, leave form. Then that is all we have, right? So we can come back again here. So we did this one. Now whatever activity we'll do, right? After that one, if you're getting this green checkbox, right? It means whatever we have done, right? That is correct only. If this comes as a wrong, right? So whatever errors we will have, right? So all those errors, it will go and display here. Correct? So that is what we have. So we are applying for the leave. So that is what we have, right? Now what is the next thing we can do, right? After this leave, right? Where it will go, right? It will go to the manager, right? For the approval. Correct? So what we do, right? We can come here, and in the human we can see this one, right? Approve. So we can go and put this one approve. So we can drag and drop that component into this manager section, right? So we'll go and put here. So what will happen, right? And here, from here, right, manager can approve and reject, right? And after, once we apply, right, where it should go, right? It should not go to the end task. So this flow should go to the manager, right? So we can just drag and drop that to here, and we can just put this into, we can again click and we can put like this one, right? So what it means, right? It means once we apply, then what will happen, right? It will go to the manager, right? So we can change the name here, manager approval, right? So what will happen, right? Manager will approve or reject here, right? So once you approve or reject, right, what will happen, right? It will go and take the decision, right? So for the decision, we have the gateway, right? So what will happen, right? We have the inclusive, exclusive, and parallel, right? So we'll come and we can go and put the exclusive gateway here. So we can go and put here, right? So what will happen, right? From here, and this end event, right? We don't need here. So it will come inside this one, right? Once it is approved, right? Then the event will come end here. So from here, right, what we do, right, we can go and put into this one. So we can drag and drop to this object. So what will happen, right? Once it is approved, it will go and check that approval thing, whether it got approved or not approved, right? And from here, right, where it will go? It will go, either it can go to the end task or it will go back to the manager, right? Employee. So what will happen, right? If suppose it is approved, right, it will come here. If it got rejected, so it will go on for the resubmission, right? So what we'll do, right, we can use this one, submit again, and we'll go and use here, right? And what we can do, right, we can say resubmit leave form, right? It means what it means, right? It means we need to resubmit the form, right? We need to resubmit the form, and that will come from where? So if it got rejected, right, so it will come from here. We can go and put here, and once we resubmit, right, then where it should go? It should go for the manager approval again. So we can go and we can say it should come again, right? So if you see it flow wise, right, we have completed this thing, right? But now what will happen, right? How it will go? So those things we need to do. If you see right here, we have created the flow kind of thing, but like we are getting some errors, right? So if you click into this one, right? So need a condition for the execution, right? So in which scenario it will go here? In which scenario it will come here, right? So that thing we need to define here. So if you click into this line, right? So we can say here name we can give when it will come here. So we can say when it is approved, right? So it will come here. So now user will able to understand that, okay, so this is just name we are giving. Same thing, we can give the name here also. We can say rejected, right? So this is the name what we have given, correct? But what will happen, right? Let me just move from here. We can get it. right here. Okay, rejected. Right now, what is the condition, right? When it will go for the rejection, right? So that condition we need to go and define here. So what will happen, right? We can come here and we can define the condition here, right? Awesome. So before to that one, right? What we need to do, right? We need to pass the values right here. From here to here, right? What will happen, right? So we need to go and add the properties here. So we can do the properties first. So in the properties, right? What will happen, right? Which form will go to the manager, right? So again, right? Whatever our leave form we are, right? So that should go to the manager also, right? And what actions will come if you see approve and reject actions will come, correct? System priorities, right? So all those things we are able to define here, right? That okay, what will it will come. So this we can give the title as manager approval screen, right? So this is what we have given here. We can come here into again into this one. So if you said now we are not having two warnings. Earlier two warnings was there. Now what is the next one we do, right? Open data association. So whatever the data we'll get from there, right? So that data we need to pass here. If you see, right, in the manager leave form, right, how the data will come, right? So whatever the data we have, right, from our leave form, right? So that data should come here. So we can go and put the data from directly here, and where it will come, right? It will go into this leave form. So we put the data association, right? So that okay, from this one it will come here. We can give apply. Right. So this is what we have done. Now what will happen, right? We can come into this one, right into this one, double click. So if you see, right, here the condition, right? So if you see in this one, the condition is not complete because this is the, if you see, right, arrow mark we have, right? So this is the default condition. Now it means like this is kind of a else condition what we have. Right, it's not coming. Edit icon is coming here. Right. So rejected. Now we will go and give the condition here. So we can come here and if you see a task outcome object, right? So from here, right, we will get that output, right? So what we do, right, we can go and write here output that, okay, what the value will should be there, right? So here, what will have, right? The value will be the rejected, right? So we can write here equal to reject, right? Is not validate format task outcome object quiet sticking date. Okay, let me just go and check my previous thing. New process. Same string we have used. Properties. Data association. Yeah, I think in the data association we miss the outcome. Leave form to leave form. Okay. Come back to the process again. Open properties. So here it's we have resubmit only. Okay, we'll check. Let's duplicate the tab. So this is our one. We can go to the process back. Task outcome data object. Okay, I already have copied equal to reject. Okay, I think double quotes will let us see also the double quotes. Yeah, so if you see right now it's working. So double quotes we have to give, not the single quotes, right? So what will happen, right? When we press the rejected button, right? So that time it should come into this one. So we have done. We can come back here. So what will happen if you see right now that error is gone? Only one warning we have. So what warning we have, right? For resubmit form we have. So again we can come here and we can say that okay, in the resubmission which form it should open, right? So it should open the same form again. So we can go to the select UI. We can come here and what is the title we can say? We can say resubmit leave form. Correct. So this is what we can do. And in this one, that what are that action will come, right? Submit actions will come. So if you wanted to define our own actions, right? So we can go and define that also. So we can say reply, for example, right? We are giving it. So we can, if you see only one action is permitted. So we cannot go and enter multiple things here. So this is what we are able to do. Now, if you see right, our thing, right? Our code is complete. If you see right, if you see right, we got what, right? We got warning, right? That success. That okay, whatever the code we have written, right? So that is complete and it should work now, right? If you see right here, again we are getting one more warning. So why we are getting for the data association? Because how the data will come to this one, right? So again we have to come to this one, process data. So whatever this form will be there, right? It will be into the outcome. No. So this leave form should come here. Okay. Cancel. You can see what is that warning. Please submit leave. It is an associated form. We already defined that associated form. Okay, I think it's not taken. Leave form. We can say resubmit leave form. Close. So we have done. Now let us come again to the data association. Save the payload. Yeah. So this time if you said the payload came here. So in this one, right, we wanted to put that form, right? So we can say here the leave form and from where it will come, right? It will come from this leave form, right? So we did, we can say apply. So now our code is correct, right? It got completed. After this one, right, what we need to do, right? Now, can we go and directly run this one? No, we cannot go and run like this one. So for if we wanted to run, right, what we have to do, right? First, we have to activate this one, right? How in the OIC we are activating, right? Same way we have to come here and we have to go and activate this one, correct? So let it complete validation summary. So it will check all the validations. So if you see that there is a one warning, so this will say that, okay, I think description is missing. So with the warning, right, if you want, right, you can go and use. So if you see project summary is empty, right? So we can just add the empty description, right? So we can say V21 OIC batch app and save. So it got updated. Now we can go and activate again. So if you see, right, validation summary, there is no issue, right? So automatically it will take the timestamp. So we can say activate. So taking snapshot. So what it will do, right? It is making a one activation copy. So if you see, right, snapshots is created, activating version. If you see it, now it got activated, right? Now, if we have to make any code changes, right, directly we cannot go and make any code changes. First, we have to deactivate and purge, then only we can go and do. Now, if you wanted to test, right, so if you said this is what we have, right, test in the workspace. So we can click into this one, right? So what will happen, right? The workspace will come, right? If you see, this is the workspace what we have, right? So we can go and create from here. If you see, right, our application V20 leave approval, right? So this is that application what we have created, it. So we can go and click into this one. If you see it, this is a form it will come. So I can go. If you see it, this form is coming for the employee, right? Users, it is coming, right? So leave form. So what we have, right? We have submit and cancel. So I can say here, for example, I will write Komal@gmail.com. Then from date I can use that. Okay, I wanted to take leave from today to maybe next 5 days. Leave type I can write sick leave. Comment I can, I am not feeling well, right? And this is what we have done, right? Now what we do, right? We can go and apply for the leave. We can just submit. If you say it got submitted, and where it will give, right? It will go to the right. It will go for that approval. So we can say open now. So once you click into open now, right? So where it came, right? It came to the tracking. So either directly you, if you said, if you want, right, you can come here, or from this flow also, right? You can go and check that one, right? So in this one, where this is the tracking part, right? So we can go to the tracking and whatever the in progress, right? If you see it, this is our in progress, right? So we can come here and we can see the in progress one, right? So directly if you click into that one that time, right, it will come. Otherwise, what will happen, right? We can click and it will come here. So if you say where it is coming to the manager approval, right? It is showing here manager, right? Assignee. Now we can go like in this one, right? Our user is only having the manager access, right? So due to that reason, we can go and open this one. If you see it, once we'll open, right, all the information, whatever the information user submitted, right? So all those values we are getting here. And what we do, right? Manager can approve or reject, right? So for example, manager will approve. If you see, right, it got approved. So what happened, right? Now there is no actionable activities. We can come to the audit. So it will go and show us the flow, how it came, right? So it came apply form, manager got approved here, then exclusive, it came to the end event, right? So end event came here, right? So this is how like the flow got completed for this one. Then we can come down, we can see the status, completed, leave approved. So it got completed. We can see documents, if any documents is the comments, right? So all those things we can go and see here, right? That okay, this got right. So this is got approved here. Correct. So this is what we have. So here manager got approved, right? So we can go and click into this view output. So if you say this is the input which came and this is the outcome of that one, right? It means we have approved that one, correct? This was the output form. So it means like this got approved. For example, right, if you go and reject, right, what will happen? Correct? So if you wanted to do that one, right? So this flow got completed. If you see, right, the flow got completed. Correct? Now we can go again, close. If I will refresh here, it will also show completed. So if you wanted to raise again, right, we have to come to the start request. We can go and see our process again where we have this leave approval. So we can come back again here. Right? We can go and apply for the leave again. So I will say Komal @gmail.com. Then we can write from date we can write to date. Leave types we can say again sick. Comments we can say I am not feeling well. Again we can go and submit for the leave. So we have submitted, right? Directly we can open this one, or we can go to the tracking and it will go and show here. If you see it, we have just applied again, so it came here again. So we can come again into this one and manager will come. He will go and see that okay, what all things we have. So manager can go and reject also. So if you see it, it got rejected, right? We can go and see the flow where it is, right? So audit flow, we can see here that okay, it got into this one rejected, right? We can go and see that output reject, and this is how the flow got completed here, right? So this is how the flow will work in the PCS. So in real world, right, we can have like bigger complicated flows and all. So in this also, right, different things will be there. So here also, right, if suppose we need some data, right, through the REST API, we can bring the data through REST APIs. So some automatic fields we can do, right? LOVs we can do, right? So there will be a lot of things. We can do the validations, our own validations. We can call from from PCS, we can call our OIC integrations, right? So all those things are possible here also, because in the real world, right, like how we have entered the data, right? We will not enter the data, right? Maybe we will just enter the leave date only, right? Rest all things should come automatically, right? So that those things, right? We can go and do that all the things here. So that is what we have the PCS application, simple PCS application, that approval, how we can go and approve or reject. So any questions into this one if anyone has?
No question.
Okay. Okay. So if no question, then I think we can go and wrap up the session today here only. Thank you all.
Okay.